The tide rises, the tide falls, the twilight darkens, the curlew calls. Along the sea sands damp and brown, the traveler hastens toward the town, and the tide rises, the tide falls. Darkness settles on roofs and walls, but the sea in the darkness calls. The little waves with their soft white hands efface the footprints in the sands, and the tide rises, the tide falls. The morning breaks, the steeds in their stalls stamp and neigh as the hostler calls. The day returns, but nevermore returns the traveler to the shore, and the tide rises, the tide falls. I first heard this poem when I was in middle school during an English class. We would analyze poems every now and then, and I would just go through the motions each time, memorizing all that I needed to know without getting to the deeper meaning each poem had to offer, or trying to connect to what the author actually intended. However, when my teacher introduced this poem to the class, it immediately triggered something inside. I easily could relate to the different graphic images of tides rising and tides falling. Every time I heard those words, it would take my mind back to certain thoughts about the ocean, and I always ended up finding myself making my way back to the sea. It all started when I was a little kid. My parents would bring me down to the beach for vacation every year, and at first I felt nothing by it, but year after year it started growing on me. I didn't even know what I was doing at first, but it sort of just happened. Going out day after day, trying new things, meeting new people, and just making the most out of it. Always knowing that the tide will rise and the tide will fall, with new opportunities to come each time.
Never curse your name. I keep my lips shut tight until you go. We come as far as we're ever gonna get until you realize that you should go. Come in misery where you can seem as old as your omens, and the mother we share will never keep your proud head from falling. The way is long, but you can make it easy on me, and the mother we share will never keep our cold heart from calling.
Life can be filled with great deals of stress, hardships, and tough times, all of which bring great burdens to one's life, but it is also filled with passion. It's really important in life to find that one constant thing which gives relief and meaning, which you can always find yourself going back to. For me, that has always been the ocean. It's really that connection to nature and its surroundings which has given me such an addictive feeling throughout the years. I can always find an escape from all my troubles near the ocean, and it's comforting knowing that it will always be there in my life. Just knowing that the tides will always rise and the tides will always fall, while giving a deeper connection along the way.
We could try, oh my, can you tell me where this is gonna lead? And all the lights are shining on the sea as the rolling waves crash along the beach. And our minds were meant to sail, take a rest from our thoughts, take a break from this world, and we'll feel miles away from the places that